Hello future doctors and biologists. Welcome to Synapse, your ultimate learning companion. Today, we are embarking on a fascinating journey deep inside the microscopic world of cell, the unit of life, specifically focusing on cell organelles. Have you ever wondered how a single cell performs so many complex tasks? It's all thanks to these tiny, specialized structures. We'll start with the basics, then gradually explore their intricate details, preparing you for the NEET exam with content designed for easy, medium, hard, and even the hardest levels. Let's dive in. Ready to uncover the secrets of your cells? Let's begin with the fundamentals of cell organelles and understand their basic roles. Our first stop: what exactly are cell organelles? Think of a cell as a bustling miniature city. Just like a city has different departments, a power plant, a post office, a police station, a cell has these tiny structures called organelles. Each organelle is a specialized subunit within a cell that performs a specific job. They are crucial for the cell's survival, growth, and overall activity. Importantly, these membrane-bound organelles are a defining feature of eukaryotic cells, which include plant and animal cells, differentiating them from simpler prokaryotic cells that lack such internal compartmentalization. Now, let's meet some of the most important organelles. First, the nucleus the cell's control center, housing all the genetic material DNA. Then, the mitochondria often called the powerhouse because they generate most of the cell's energy in the form of ATP. Next, the endoplasmic reticulum a vast network of membranes involved in synthesizing and transporting substances. Ribosomes are the cell's protein factories, either free in the cytoplasm or attached to the air. And finally, vacuoles which are storage sacs, much larger and more central in plant cells, storing water, nutrients, and waste. Each of these plays a vital role in keeping the cell functioning smoothly. Time to test your understanding with a few quick questions. Pause the video, try to answer them, and then check your knowledge. These simple questions will help solidify your grasp on the basic concepts of cell organelles. Good luck! Alright, let's step up our game. In this medium level, we'll classify organelles and explore how they work together in coordinated systems. One fundamental way to classify organelles is by the presence or absence of a membrane. Membrane-bound organelles are enclosed by a lipid bilayer, allowing them to create distinct compartments within the cell. Examples include the nucleus, mitochondria, Golgi apparatus, lysosomes, and vacuoles. This compartmentalization is key for eukaryotic cells to perform complex biochemical reactions simultaneously without interference. On the other hand, non-membrane-bound organelles like ribosomes, centrosomes, and parts of the cytoskeleton lack this membrane enclosure, yet they are equally vital for various cellular processes. Now let's explore the endomembrane system a dynamic network of organelles that work in harmony. This system includes the endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi apparatus, lysosomes, vacuoles, and the plasma membrane. The is crucial for synthesizing lipids and proteins. The Golgi apparatus then receives these, modifies, sorts, and packages them for delivery. Lysosomes are the cell's recycling centers containing enzymes to break down waste. Vacuoles serve for storage and maintain turgor pressure, especially in plants. This coordinated system ensures efficient processing and transport of materials throughout the cell. Beyond the endomembrane system, we have other crucial players. Mitochondria the double-membraned powerhouses, are where aerobic respiration generates ATP. Similarly, plastids like chloroplasts in plant cells are double-membraned and perform photosynthesis. Both mitochondria and plastids are unique because they possess their own DNA and ribosomes, making them semi-autonomous. Ribosomes as you know, are the protein synthesizers found either free or attached to the rough air. Centrosomes present in animal cells are vital for organizing microtubules and play a key role in cell division. Finally, peroxisomes are small vesicles involved in detoxification processes. Now that we've covered the medium-level concepts, it's time for some practice questions. Take your time to recall the details about membrane classification, the endomembrane system, and other key organelles. These questions will help you assess your understanding of their functions and interrelationships. Pause the video and give your best shot. Excellent! You've mastered the medium level. Are you ready to delve deeper into the intricate structures, functions, and theories behind cell organelles? Let's go hard. Let's revisit the endomembrane system with greater detail. The air comes in two forms. Rough air, studded with ribosomes, specializes in synthesizing proteins destined for secretion or membranes, while smooth air, lacking ribosomes, handles lipid synthesis, detoxification, and calcium storage. The Golgi apparatus has distinct CIS and trans phases, acting as a processing and sorting station. It modifies oligosaccharides on proteins and lipids, then packages them into vesicles. Lysosomes formed from the Golgi are packed with acid hydrolases, performing cellular digestion through autophagy, breaking down worn-out organelles, and heterophagy, engulfing external substances. This precise coordination, often mediated by vesicular transport, is essential for cellular integrity and function. Now, let's explore the energy powerhouses mitochondria and chloroplasts Mitochondria have an outer membrane and a highly folded inner membrane called cristae, increasing the surface area for the electron transport chain. The matrix contains enzymes for the Krebs cycle, along with their own circular DNA and ribosomes. Chloroplasts, in plants, also have double membranes, with an internal system of thylakoids stacked into grana, where photosynthesis occurs. The surrounding fluid, the stroma, contains enzymes for the Calvin cycle. A fascinating concept connecting them is the endosymbiotic theory which proposes that these organelles originated from free-living prokaryotes engulfed by early eukaryotic cells. Their independent DNA, ribosomes, and mode of reproduction strongly support this evolutionary theory. Beyond the powerhouses, we have the cytoskeleton a dynamic network of protein filaments, microtubules, microfilaments, and intermediate filaments providing structural support, facilitating cell movement and intracellular transport. Cilia and flagella involved in cell motility poses a characteristic 9+2 arrangement of microtubules in their core axoneme, powered by dynein motor proteins. The centrosome housing to centrioles in animal cells is crucial for organizing microtubules and forming the spindle fibers during cell division. Finally, peroxisomes are vital for detoxification, containing enzymes like catalase to break down harmful hydrogen peroxide and also play a role in fatty acid metabolism. These diverse organelles collectively underpin the cell's remarkable adaptability and functionality. You've just navigated through some complex concepts. It's time to consolidate your knowledge with these harder practice questions. Think critically, analyze the relationships between different organelles, and apply your understanding of their specific roles and underlying theories. Pause the video, challenge yourself, and let's see how well you can connect these intricate biological processes. Welcome to the ultimate challenge. This hardest level is designed for the most ambitious NEET aspirants. We'll dive into cutting-edge details, competitive insights, and complex molecular mechanisms of cell organelles. Are you ready to master the cell like never before? Let's explore the advanced dynamics of the endomembrane system focusing on protein trafficking and quality control. Proteins destined for specific locations, like the air, Golgi, or secretion, carry unique signal peptides. The signal recognition particle, or SRP, identifies these signals, guiding the ribosome RNA complex to the air membrane. Inside the air, chaperones ensure proper protein folding, and crucial modifications like glycosylation occur. Movement between compartments is precisely mediated by vesicles, whose fusion is regulated by specific snare proteins, ensuring cargo delivery to the correct target. The air also has a sophisticated quality control system. Misfolded proteins are retained, ubiquitinated, and degraded by proteasomes in a process called air-associated degradation, or AIRAD, ensuring only functional proteins proceed. Next, let's unravel mitochondrial biogenesis, dynamics, and apoptosis ***. Mitochondria are unique, with their own circular DNA and ribosomes, but their formation, or biogenesis, is a collaborative effort between mitochondrial and nuclear genes. While metrictin DNA encodes a few essential components, most mitochondrial proteins are synthesized in the cytosol and then imported. Mitochondria are not static, they constantly undergo fusion, merging to share contents and repair damage, and fission, dividing to distribute or remove damaged sections. This dynamic equilibrium is crucial for cellular health. Furthermore, mitochondria play a pivotal role in programmed cell death, or apoptosis, by releasing pro-apoptotic factors that trigger cellular dismantling. Understanding these dynamics is vital for insights into various diseases and aging. Let's turn our attention to chloroplasts and the intricate pathways of photosynthesis. The light-dependent reactions occur on the thylakoid membranes, where photosystems ion to capture light energy to produce ATP and NADPH. These energy carriers then fuel the light-independent reactions, or the Calvin cycle, in the stroma, where CoA is fixed into glucose by the enzyme Rubisco. For plants in hot, arid environments, adaptations like C4 and CAM photosynthesis minimize photorespiration. C4 plants spatially separate initial co-fixation in mesophyll cells from the Calvin cycle in bundle sheath cells. CAM plants temporarily separate these processes, fixing CoA at night and performing the Calvin cycle during the day with closed stomata. These sophisticated mechanisms highlight the evolutionary ingenuity for efficient energy production under diverse environmental conditions. Finally, let's examine the nuclear pore complex, cytoskeletal motor proteins, and cell junctions ***. The nuclear pore complex is a marvel of molecular engineering, a massive protein gate controlling all traffic between the nucleus and cytoplasm, ensuring selective import and export of macromolecules like proteins and RNA, a process often requiring RAN-GTP. The cytoskeleton, far from static, is a highway for motor proteins kinesins move cargo towards the cell's periphery, dyneins towards the center, and myosins interact with actin for muscle contraction and cell migration, all powered by ATP. And at the cellular boundaries, cell junctions orchestrate tissue integrity, tight junctions seal cells together, preventing leakage, desmosomes provide mechanical strength, and gap junctions enable direct communication between adjacent cells. These intricate structures are fundamental to the organization and function of multicellular organisms. All right, it's time to tackle the first set of hardest level questions. These questions demand a deep understanding of molecular mechanisms, interorganal coordination, and evolutionary insights. Apply all the knowledge you've gained about protein trafficking, mitochondrial dynamics, and photosynthetic adaptations. Pause the video, dedicate your focus, and strive for precision in your answers. Your ability to connect these complex concepts will truly set you apart. Here are the remaining, hardest level questions. This set will challenge your comprehension of nuclear transport, cytoskeletal motor proteins, cell junctions, and cellular quality control. Think about the engineering principles behind these biological systems and how they contribute to overall cellular and organismal function. Remember, success in NEET requires not just memorization, but a profound understanding of how these intricate systems operate. Take your time, analyze each question thoroughly, and push your limits. And that brings us to the end of our incredibly detailed exploration of cell organelles. We've journeyed from basic definitions to the most advanced molecular mechanisms, preparing you thoroughly for NEET. If you found this content valuable, make sure to visit synapse.omaps.in for more comprehensive study materials, practice tests, and expert-led lessons across all subjects. Don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel for continuous updates and more amazing educational content. Keep learning, keep growing, and keep pushing towards your goals. See you in the next session.